Hello everyone, this is Vikas and this is my 11th video on Python tutorial. In this video, I will explain you about the concept of nested loops in Python. What are nested loops? Nested loops are nothing but the loops within loops, okay? When you use a loop within under the body of another loop, then that loop is called as nested loop, okay? For example, in this program, this is a program on pyramid printing. See here, a reverse pyramid has been printed up here. So in this program, we have printed a reverse pyramid. So this program uses the concept of nested loop. Here you can say we are having a here this for loop within this outer one, within the body of this outer loop. Okay. So such type of loops are called nested loop. Now you should know that any number of nesting it is possible. That means I can use even one more loops under this loop and one more within that loop. Okay, so there is no limitation, but more than more than three type of loop are rarely used in simple algorithms. Okay, now let us see how it works. Now let us come to this first one. First one, I have specified its range is equals to 5. So it will iterate for 5 times. Okay. Now, when the control will enter this outer loop, body of the outer loop, it will encounter this an inner loop. Okay. Then we have provided the range of inner loop is equals to 5 minus I. Okay. So this inner loop will run for how many times? 5 minus I times. So for the first case, I'm having I is equals to 1. Okay. Sorry. I is equals to 0. Okay. So for the first case, it will have 5 minus 0. So 5. So for the first time, this J inner loop will run for 5 times and it will print this star. Now you guys may be encountering this end for the first time. This is a new concept for you. So you must know that by default, the print function takes new line as its parameter, okay, as its another parameter, okay. So if you want gonna mention any parameter, so it will assume new line sequence as its parameter. So each time you will call the print function, the value enclosed under this quotes will be printed and in separate lines. Okay, so to print them in a single line, we used AND statement. Up to this point, we are not concerned about this AND. Okay, so let us come to our main topic. Now here you can see, now for the second case, I will be equals to what? 2. So the loop will come here, the control will come here, I mean. So now 5 minus 2 is sorry, for the second case it will be I will be equals to 1. Okay, so 5 minus 1 is 4. So for the second time it will run up to 4. So that's how it works. Now let us run the program and finally see it. For the first time, the outer loop is running for how many times? You can see here it is running for 5 times, and the inner loop is depending upon the 4 minus I. So it is each time the value of I is increasing, and so thereby the value of iteration of the inner loop is decreasing. So that's how the nested loops works. So guys, let us now discuss about functions related to numbers. In the former videos, we have already learned about the number data type. It has been further classified into integers, floating points, decimals. I mean, decimal is decimal and floating point is same. Complex number. Okay. You should know that Python is powerful because of its inbuilt functions, large number of inbuilt function, or you can say the library of function. Because of that, Python is powerful. Okay. So without having proper knowledge of functions, learning Python is really insignificant. It's meaningless to learn Python without knowing much of its functions. So in this section, I will discuss you the functions related to numbers. Now guys, you must know that before using any function, any mathematical function, you need to import the module called maths. Okay. Now we will learn separately about the modules and the import statement. Okay. In the upcoming videos, we will learn it separately. But till now, you should know that by writing import maths, I'm importing module called maths. Okay. So now suppose if I want to find out the square root of a number. Okay. Suppose I want to find out a square root of a number. So I'll use a inbuilt function called as sqrt. Okay. Sqrt. Now how I gonna use that function? I write the math, that is the name of the module, then I write the dot operator, then I write the name of the function, that is sqrt. Under that I write my parameter which I require to pass. Okay. Now I write the print statement. Okay. Print under the brackets I ran one comma b. Now if I run the program, actually this has to be under the quotation. Now let us run and see. Now suppose I'm writing 25. Okay. Then I'm getting 5, which is the root of this 25. So that's how we use sqrt function. That's how you use maths function in Python. You just import the math module and then you declare a variable, and under that you assign the value obtained from your mathematical function. And how you gonna use those mathematical function? You write the name of your module, and then you put a dot operator. After that you put the name of the function, and under the bracket you pass their parameters. Now we have another function called as abs. Okay. This abs function absolutes the value. That means it finds the absolute value of a number. Now we have another function called as CMP, that is compare. This compares two parameters, that is a comma b. If a and b, if you have passed two parameters, two variables in its parameter, then this will compare the two variables. If these two variables are equal, then in that case it will return 0. If they are unequal, that means if a is less than b, then in that case it will return -1. And if a is greater than b, then in that case it will return +1. So that's how the compare function works. Similarly, now we have another function called log function. Log function. Okay. This finds the log of number. Let's see. Let us run this and see. This log function finds the natural log. Okay. So natural log of 10 is 2.302. That's our answer. Now if you want to determine its base 10 log to the base 10, then you write log 10. This is another function, log 10. Under the bracket you pass the parameter, and I get 1. If I put 10, I'll get 1, I think. Yeah, because uh, log base 10 of 10 is equals to 1. So that's how you calculate the base log. Okay, using the inbuilt log base 10 function. Okay. Now we have another function called as max. Okay. Max. Okay. And this max function receives a large number of parameters. Okay. And among these parameters, this max function determines whether which of the parameter is of maximum value. Similarly, we have another function called minimum function, and it works conversely. It determines which of the parameter is small. Now guys, if you are being confused what is parameter, then you should know that whatever we passed, whatever the value we pass to a function under the bracket, that is called parameters. Okay, now we have another function called pow. Okay, pow, that is which is used to what? Find out power. Okay, b equals to 1. Let me write, this is pow, and here I write the number. You write the number, okay, whose power you need to determine, and after that you put a comma, and after that you put the value up to which you want it to be raised. Suppose I want n to be raised to the power of 2. Okay, so I write it 2. Now let us run it. Now I can see, now if I write 4, then I'll get what? 16 I should get. Yeah, that's the answer. So that's how you use power function. Now we have another function called round. Okay, you write math dot round, and under that you write the number you want to round, and you put a comma. After that you put the number of bases up to which you need to round. Okay, now I'm gonna discuss the trigonometric functions. Okay, suppose you want to determine the cosine of an angle, then in that case we also have an inbuilt function for that, which is cos, and under the bracket you pass the parameter of the angle whose cos you want to determine. Now one thing you need to remember, guys, one thing you need to notice here, that this all function, that is cos, all this trigonometric function, cos, sine, tan, whatever, they all work for radian values. They will not work for degree values. Suppose if you are using cos, and if you are supplying 60 value, then you won't gonna get the value for cos 60 degree. You will get the value for cos 60 radian. So in order to get a value in degree, I mean to convert the degree into radians, you use an inbuilt function called as radians. Okay, there is a function called radians, radians. Okay, radians. By doing that you can convert them into degrees, or you, or if there are some cases where you want to convert them back into degrees, use the degrees. Wait a minute, degrees. Okay, degrees, that's how you're gonna convert. Okay, now let us discuss another set of function called as random function. These functions are also related to numbers. Now if you want to make a program where you are required to generate random numbers, where you want to choice between random numbers, then in that case you use random function. Now note guys, for using random function you need to import the random module. Okay, here I have imported the random module by using the statement import, and then I have written the name of the module random. Okay, now there are two functions in randoms. Actually there are 4 or 5, but I'm gonna discuss two important function. First is choice. Okay, now suppose if you have a list, okay, list 1, and this contains some number, suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, it has contained 9 numbers. Okay, now what you do, now you want to um generate random number. In that case you use the function called choice. In the choice function you have to pass the parameter of the sequence. Okay, now here list 1 is containing a sequence, so we can pass the list 1 as its parameter, list 1. Now if I print it and see what is the result, it is printing random numbers, that is 2. Okay, now if I print this equals to 1, if I sorry, if I again run the program, then I will see different output. I've got 1 because it is randomly selecting values. That is the function of random choice function. Now another function is called seed function. Now there are situation, seed function is what? SEED. Okay, there are situations. Okay, suppose if you want to generate the numbers from 3, you don't want to include 1 and 2, so in that case you pass your initiation position, that is third. So by using the seed function, if I pass the value 3, then this seed function will initialize the random from 3 rather than from 1. So these were the basic functions I wanted to discuss with you. In the next video we will learn about the function related to strings. After that, in further next video we will learn about list, and then I will show you a chatbot, a very simple chatbot which I made using these functions. Okay, so thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel and like my videos. Thanks once again.